Well, hey guys and gals, welcome to the start of, this is missions. This is set number 10353 and it has about, I don't know how many pieces, but we're going to be building this stuff here. And sorry for the bad angle. This is a little different than what I normally would put together because this one requires an app to build. So let me get out the old iPad here. And I'm trying to make this here. So basically you have to select a mission. These other ones are padlocks. I think you have to do a little bit at a time in here. And I don't need to drop in this. And we're going to be doing mission number 1. Now I'm not going to show that on screen too much because it may be copyrighted, so we just press the button and we're going to start. And there is loading time, so it's not like your traditional paper manual. So hopefully we're using bag 1 here. And still loading. So basically, well, we better turn that down. Thank you for volunteering. So basically you just sit here and you watch like a movie or something like that. So I don't know how this is going to go. I may not build all of these like this. So anyway, I can skip the dialogue. Alright, so what it does now is it shows you open up bag 1. It has all the parts in there too. Alright. Get your bricks. And you're getting on your way. Okay, cool. Alright. So, get creative, build your way. Okay, so I'm going to build my own way. So this is what it's doing now. Yeah, it's it's not quite what I'm used to here. So, building complete. Build your gear. Alright, well, it gives us things to do here. Well, I want these. They don't give you a lot of options for torsos, huh? Well, let's go back. Let's dress like we're going backpacking. I guess that's what you do here. And so I guess they got 2 different types of heads, one for male and one for female. And they're one-sided heads, so set that on there. And choose your poison, huh? Do I wear a hat all the time? Not anymore. So, and there's a light bulb. Build your tools. Well, let's grab the camera with the zoom lens. So basically what this is, everyone, is just a hodgepodge full of bricks. That's all this is. So, well, I don't like the gloves on this, but I don't wear gloves, but we'll put that on there. This is probably a really corny set, but we'll see here. So there's me kind of building complete. And then, okay. So you're glad you stopped by. Which one do I pick? Alright, so here's something here that's pretty cool. Why can't our building instructions be like this? So, don't want to watch that. And it does this right here. You know, they could have just done it here at the corner, would have been fine. And I like this because I get to rotate it. So if you have never used an app before, that's what it is. So play complete. So we have a bunch of extra stuff here. Let's see what happens. Mission complete. So the rescue truck. So basically now we're going to unlock the truck. So all this other stuff needs to go into a box, and I think that's why they have this box all fixed up to where you can reuse it. So we're just going to drop all the leftover stuff in here when it tells us to do so. And bag 2. And this is probably not going to be the most exciting Lego find. I'll set you over here since you want to be that way. Move the 3 iPads that I'm still trying to fix. And then let's drop all these in here. And so what I'm gathering is that you just sit and you just build things your way, and this is great introductory, like a really introductory course into MOC building. So basically it's, do I dare say it, an overpriced box of bricks. I don't know what these retailed for. I'd have to look them up. Alright. Step 1. So this is not going to be, it's going to be slower because I don't really build with digital building guides. I used to back in the day. It was just hard to do them. So I have to skim through it. So after that, it's the same. And I understand the reason why Lego is starting to do this more is to get rid of paper. Alright, I can totally understand that. But I'm also old school too. So just skip every other page. And, you know, it won't be for long before something like this right here, like, I get to see that. And I've been thinking about doing my building instructions like that too. It's just not feasible yet. It's, you know, without giving somebody access to the raw data files so they can steal your project is another issue. So, and so we're just going to have to skip it. So this is kind of slow go. So yeah, what have I been doing lately? I haven't got the backcountry camping started, or the campground MOC Part 2. It's just work and everything. Been working on my car. I'm slowly finding out the bits and pieces. And since it's considered a classic, I thought, well, I may just start fixing it up a bit, which is what I'm doing. And trying to, you know, it's like doing a Lego MOC. You got to find all the bits and pieces to make your MOC. Except it can get pretty expensive, so it's. And I looked at doing the air conditioning myself, and then I found out I have to tear out the radiator. And because I wanted to do a complete rebuild of it, and I found I had to take out the whole radiator and the evaporator and the collector and the compressor. Usually it's the 4 pieces, but it involves a lot of work, and I'm not taking apart my only car right now. So then I was calculating, like, well, how much is it going to cost me versus hiring somebody? And it's just a little bit of difference because I don't have any of the tools. So that's what will get me there. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, the build on this is pretty slow. So we're going to see if we can get through this here. I'm just skipping every other page just because every other page shows you to gather the parts and then we start building. Gather the parts and build, so that's the problem. I love these fender wells. I need to get those in other colors. And then we put the tile back here. So this must be the truck. Yeah, so honestly, the paperless method, is it good? you know, they both have their drawbacks. It's actually wear and tear on the iPad or smart device. Now, what if somebody didn't have the smart device? I'm sure you can just go to lego.com and download all this and you know, that kind of thing. Kind of looks like a little forestry truck. But yeah, this is just meant for, this is like for little kids. That's what this is. What's the age range on this? 6 plus? Yeah. So if you're an adult, this could be very dry. This is going to be a very dry build. It's starting to rattle. And it's like 1 or 2 pieces per step. And the thing I like about this is, see how confusing the arrows are? Oh wow, this thing's already hot. See, I can go like that and I can see versus this. So here's the deal. It's getting hot. So I'm just going to turn off the page and just turn it off real quick and let it cool down. So you don't want to exhaust your batteries. That's also an old iPad too. I have a junker here that's kind of jittery. I should just use that for this. I mean, it's supposed to give you more of a 3D experience. Now I see why Lego is starting to do the digital building guides. And it does help out, so you don't have to have all the help stuff in there. Okay, now I filmed these in advance, so I think it's like Memorial Day's coming up or Labor Day. So what's everybody doing for that holiday? I always forget which one it is. I can always pull it up on the calendar, huh? Seeing that I have a tablet and all, let's see here. I don't really, yeah, it's Memorial Day. So what is everybody doing? If you're from the States, Fenders, I'm just reading ahead here. It's like 1 piece stop, 1 piece stop. You know. For me, well, I get to sit at home. Isn't that fun? It's always fun to sit at home. My nephew's got like a handful of days left from school, and I will not cuss in this video. Haven't decided yet if I wanted to delete that stuff from the other one. Alright, I went too far. It's like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, about that whole shooting, and I'm not even going to refer to that person by, I'm not even going to refer to him as a person, because that person doesn't deserve it, you know. And you know, you sit there and you think that, you know, it's never going to happen. I hope I don't have to experience any of that. I really don't, but that's what everybody else said until all that nonsense happened. We'll call that person loser. You know, I don't go out and do that, but you know, I'll keep my opinions to myself. Don't want to get into one of those rants again. So the front bumper, this is kind of slow go. The rail goes here. Headlights and round things. Okay. Yeah, when the old iPad gets hot, it's time to cool her down. This one here uses blue headlights. I bet this car here will need to be completely overhauled. Okay, we know where it goes. Put the hood on next. Alright. Yeah, so if you have an older device, it's going to be slower. And two, it's going to get hot. This doesn't even look like a truck. Slopes. We're putting one slope in at a time. Alright, I see how it goes. Okay. Let me make sure here. That's why I like the paper better. It's it's sad that we're going to this route, but that's just how it is. And so I'm going to do this all in one sitting tonight. See how it goes. So far, I had mixed emotions. I don't like using the tablet for this. Windshield. And 2 corner brackets in the corners. See, I mostly build advanced, so I don't need to have all that. And the 2 corner things in these corners here. Well, if you don't have the instructions, you can try to follow along with me here. Okay, that goes in the back, and we set the plate on top. Running out of room inside the cab. I thought this was like a crew cab or a sport cab, but no, this is... Okay. Yeah, doing that, it just keeps it cool. Just turn it on, get your business done, and turn it back off. So basically, this is like a little forestry truck. Not sure what that is. Let's see here. Oh, it's supposed to be like this. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about these sets here at all. I mean, this is great for to keep the little kids happy, and maybe, well, you wouldn't want to do this while you're driving, have the kids build this stuff while they're in the back seat. But it's something to keep the kids occupied throughout the summer. Each page, like they're showing me here, and then you have to go through here, and and they show the animation I'm putting the wheels on. Where I speed through all that when I do my own manuals, because people just know. So just stick the wheels on and you're done. So you're just going to have to do this. And honestly, this is not Lego that we all grew up with. If you're, if you were building Legos in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, yeah, this is not exactly your mom and dad's Lego or your grandparents' Lego. This is completely different here. I know there's teenagers who watch these. I'm sure that's all aligned correctly. I thought this would be really quick. Alright, we're happy because we built this truck. Well, kind of looks like it. Play complete. Mission complete. I may not do the next ones like this. And it's just slow. I mean, I'm literally building very slow here. And there's a lot of extra pieces with this. So now I gotta wait for the manual to load up. While we're waiting, let's just pick up all the extra trinkets and stuff. And yeah, so this is not really, I'm sure for, like I said, a child, this would be great. So for an adult, like, I'll have to watch the animations later. It's, we don't want to. Alright. And the next one is bag 3. Let me turn that off because we don't want to overheat it again. Okay, well, bag 3 doesn't have any of that. We're looking for something with a torso. No, it's not that one. Well, don't tell me you have to take apart the other minifigures. Yeah. What else do we have to do on this? It's just a truck and a bunch of accessories? That's it? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pre-watch. Oh. So I do have to rip all this stuff apart to make the other figure. It's telling me now to take apart the truck. Ah. I am so lost on this. This is good to keep the little kids, like, it's like a movie but you build along with it or something. Like, what do we do with this stuff? It doesn't... Yeah, this is for like little kids. This is not really meant for adults or teenagers. If you're even a preteen, I'm sure that this will not keep you entertained. This is like... Okay, that is bag 3. Okay. So we're on bag 3 now. It's confusing. So, honestly, if this is not your... If you don't want to do this type of stuff, you know, that's how it is. So, the next mission's actually confusing. I'm just going to skip through it and see here. At least I got the traffic light right. Alright. Well, they got the colors right for the states. But I don't really see traffic lights on poles. I've seen some guys will put lights in these, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and so like I said, mixed emotions. So far, honestly, it's becoming a little bit more negative, the build process. I mean, this has got potential. This could be used in a Lego City or something, but it's pretty dry on the build. So there you go. So this one's just basically, it says build it your way, put the owl on top. Get your bricks, use your imagination. Eat a chicken leg. Well, what do we do with this here? Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Let me see here. This app is slow. It literally is slow. Get a nice owl. Let me just build some of the stuff with it, and that's it. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It won't even let me turn off the sound. Yes, I don't need to have the sound on. My tablet is just like bacon. And I'm sitting here waiting for the building instructions to load up. If it were paper, I could just open it up and I'm already going here. But like, my iPad is just hot. Glad I'm not using my iPhone. Boy, this is really getting toasty. It's like non-responsive. So we don't save the manuals, we actually have to reload them back up again? Really? Guys and gals, at least this doesn't have stickers. I have to give that props. Let me go back through here again. Oh, screw that. I'm going to type this in. I got to look here, guys and gals. I got to see how much this set here is. It's already published, but yeah, I can't even get to it. 60353. Let's see here. This is probably only worth probably $15. Yeah, so you better make sure you have a really good iPad or a good smart. $40 for this. It's valuable June 1st. That's what it is right there. $40 for a truck and some other things. Just to wait for the building instructions to load up. I mean, the technology's there, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm losing interest fast. I'm sitting here talking to you guys more than I'm actually building, because I'm trying to figure out the app. And guess what? I got to wait for that to load back up again, because I switched apps. I'm being punished for that. I may just save this for the review. I'm an adult here and I'm getting very irritated. This is just going too slow. I didn't even finish step 3 yet and it skipped me on to bag 4 already, and I'm like, I hadn't even finished this one yet. What are we supposed to do here? I don't even know. Because like I'm literally just still waiting for this to load. My goodness. Just give me a PDF file. That's all I ask. Well, this was a very pleasant build, but I mean, this doesn't have stickers, but it's going to get a low ranking. This is just a waste of time. This, even for a kid, I'm going to be honest with you. If I was 6 or 7 years old, I'd be shaking the iPad, going, "Come on, hurry up! Why can't I build? I don't want to sit here and watch a movie." I'm still waiting for this to load. My goodness. I can't, it's unresponsive. Yep. Another loading page. Yeah, last time I seen a loading page on a video game was like years ago. It says get a chicken leg. Get your bricks. What, you can't go back and build again? Yeah, I'm going to try to keep this as family friendly as possible. Honestly, until technology catches up, I'm not waiting for that. This is just a waste of my time. I've used PDF instructions before, but this is not it. Why can't we have a popcorn brick like that? They make the brick. Build it your way. What is this, Burger King? Alright. Okay, now we're still using bag 3. So if you do not have a lot of patience with this, and I'm talking you do not have patience, don't save yourself time. Just walk right past these at all. I mean, yeah, it's a different experience. That was a mission right there, is make the tree. And I gotta wait. it took longer to load it up than it would be just to build that little tree. Hope there's not going to be any more here. I hadn't even gone through bags 4 and 5 yet. Somebody says I complain too much. Well, that's the whole point about the reviews, is for me to go through the torture, and you don't have to waste your money. And this, for 40 bucks, and as slow as this thing's working. Okay, so all this here we don't even use. Yep. It talked about this, but what do we do with it? A little mountain lion or something. So this is all the stuff we built so far. Yeah, I mean, if you're hungry, have a chicken leg, right? So yeah, this is how many pieces did this have again? If it's $40, it should have over 400 bricks. If it does, yeah, that's about right. 10 cents a brick. Let's see here. Let's take a look. It means I'll have to wait for the app to load up again, but it'll be worth it. Let's see. Well, there it goes. There she blows. Let's see. And this has 246 bricks. Not worth it. In my opinion, it's a waste of money. This is a waste of money. I mean, Lego wants us to be honest. I'm being honest. If it's just PDF instructions, I load it up on my iPad. Yeah, but when I'm sitting here waiting for animations, it's not fun. Okay. And it's got useful parts, just nothing that I would ever really use for any of my builds. Oh, those are metallic radiator grills. Chains. Yeah, I like to chain this set down in the basement. I saw this and it looked really interesting. It looked interesting. And now the bunny goes in there. We have also a little bunny. He just sits in there. I think. Well, that's kind of mean. We're going to fence him in. It's not the Hershey bunny, I know that. Profile bricks. Yeah, so some people say, some people get pretty biased, like this is the best set in the whole wide world. And for me, like, oh, it's given to me for free. I have nothing but positive things to say. But for me, honestly, I'm just not used to the 3D thing. Is pretty cool. Get your bricks. Oh, we're done. Get the net, catch the bunny that's back here. Okay, so alright, we gotta wait for this to load up now. Yeah, the play value on this, like I said, this will keep a kid occupied, but for an adult, this is I'm just gonna be blunt, Lego. I am bored with this. If I had a little child, I'd let them build it, see if they would be entertained with it. That's pretty cool. Well, this is something pretty interesting. And like I said, some of these builds are pretty cool in here. Like a little sprayer or something. Not for $40, but... What are we doing? Spraying the bunny rabbit with the water? I don't know what we needed that for. So yeah, basically for 40 bucks you're buying 246 bricks. And when I did, bag 5 is the last one, so all these get put away. So we don't even do anything with the baby crocodile. Isn't that adorable? Yeah, the grappling hook. You know that Lego Serious Play theme that they have? That's kind of what this reminds me of. I would love to review one of those Lego Serious Play sets where they're meant for like businesses, for like corporate thinking or some nonsense, some marketing technique. I mentioned that to one of my coworkers and my employees, and they kind of looked at me like I was nuts, and I said, oh, we're not ready for that. Alright. Yep, now we got to put together the alligator. So you get a bunch of parts with this. And so far, am I happy with the build quality? These are nice builds. They're just something. This is something like you'd see in a very basic Lego City set. It's overpriced. It's an overpriced set is what it is. But you do get the alligator. Okay, how does that stay together then? Or does that just sit in there? Okay, that's what the little white Technic pin was for. Put that in there. These are nicer than the other alligators we had. I can just build that by looking at the picture. I don't have this in dark azure. So yeah, this is really intended for little kids. This is not meant for adults. Yeah, someone's going to say I complain a lot, but really think about it. Would you spend 40 bucks on this? Honestly, for me, I wouldn't. I'd say this is no more than 20 bucks at the very most. I have to supply the tablet. No, I'd have to say 15. Okay, I've already got the patio table done. Well, you're going to let me skip that now? And then the last thing you grab is this. Because congratulations, you just finished this whole boring thing up. Is the build boring? For me it was. No stickers, and that's it. Rate this set for a chance to win a cool Lego prize. Oh. Do I get a prize for suffering through that? No. So, I'll show you guys stuff here. This is the stuff that we interacted with. And here's the extra stuff you get in the box. A lot of good, unique pieces, but I'd say at the very most 25 bucks, not 40. This is all the stuff we put together here. And you can have the alligator chomp at the table, or you can throw that in his mouth. I'm just kind of curious. That opens up pretty good. Just have him chomp down on a minifigure, right? And then they do that barrel roll. Yeah, and just have the minifigure fall apart. And you're gonna take a picture of that here. You can have that trophy in there. Keep that mouth from closing. Nice top heavy, of course. It's that chicken leg, I bet. So, honestly, it's supposed to be like that. You got the traffic light. the hollow tree, some spray bottle thing, maybe using that to spray the wasp or whatever. But honestly though, for me personally, this is fighting with the building guide, the iPad overheating, and I just replaced that battery in that iPad too, like put a brand new battery in it. I did that myself, and I don't want to wear it down. Is the car minifigure scaled? It looks like it is, or the truck. Why do they make them sit right in the middle? I mean, you know, with that little dinky steering wheel. So, yeah, I mean, the truck's pretty cool. Matter of fact, you could make that into a tow truck if you wanted to. I don't think they have the parts for it. And I think that's it. Build with story, not instructions. So yeah, guys and gals, if you are not patient with this, or you don't want to wait, yep. I was wide awake before I started putting this together. But honestly though, I'm kind of dissatisfied with this. For 40 bucks, if this was 20 bucks, this is a good deal, but 40, I'm looking at it completely different now. I think I'm missing something on that truck. No, actually that's how it is. And they show the camera here, but there's no way to attach it on the side except right here. That wouldn't fit. Yeah. I was going to say, let's take a look at the instructions. But yeah, honestly though, it's not worth it for just being a hosh-posh full of parts and just a very limited build. I'll play around with it a bit more off camera, but I'm sorry, for 40 bucks I would say pass on this one. It's just, whoops, it's got a lot of pieces, but nothing that wows me. They're printed, there's no stickers, thank goodness for that. I like the truck. I built these in my sleep many times. Traffic light could be improved. But yeah, sorry for the lame show this time, but at least now we know what's inside of one of these mission sets. And here I put off 2 friend sets for one of these, and I still got 2 more mission sets I got to put together. Well, there it is.